Curtis and Son Funeral Home for pre-needs, funerals, burials, and cremations. Curtis and Son Funeral Home. 256-245-4361. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Margaret A. Weathers, age 74, of Sylacauga, died March 25th at her residence. Funeral service will be this afternoon at 2 p.m. from Curtis and Son North, with the Reverends Wayne McDaniel and Heath Webb officiating. Brother Eddie Forbes will sing at the graveside. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, will direct that service. Mrs. Weathers was retired from Earlene's Flowers, and that service will be today, 2 o'clock, from Curtis and Son North, with burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Mr. Carl Levon Burton, age 90, of Childersburg, died at his residence on March 25th. Funeral service for Mr. Burton will be Wednesday at 2 p.m. from Curtis and Son North. I'll be officiating that service. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery with military honors. Visitation tonight, 5 until 8 at the North Chapel. Online condolences at curtisandsonfh.com. The family will receive flowers or donations can be made to the Sylacauga Animal Shelter. Mr. Burton was a graduate of B.B. Colmore High School and a veteran of World War II. He served in the Navy and the Marines. He served in the Philippines and earned a Purple Heart. He retired from E.C. Gaston Steam Plant in 1988. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing the funeral service for Mr. Carl Levon Burton, age 90, of Childersburg. That service Wednesday at 2 from Curtis and Son North. Visitation tonight, 5 until 8 p.m. Curtis and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. May Herman, age 81, of Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, died on Monday at Southern Tennessee Regional Health Center in Lawrenceburg. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Infant Samaya Meadows, age 2 months, died Saturday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Memorial service for Donald Barth Zintek, age 61, is Thursday, March 30th at the Sanctuary on Highway 280 in Sylacauga. That memorial service starts at 4 o'clock. Brother James Cooey Jr. will officiate the service. Funeral service for Minerva Jemison Gray, age 81, is noon Wednesday at Mount Zion Baptist Church, Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary, releasing the information on Minerva Jemison Gray, age 81. Mr. J.W. Baker, age 89, died March 25th. Funeral service Wednesday at 2 p.m. from Ursery Funeral Home Chapel in Talladega. The Reverend Wes Johnson officiating. Burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park in Talladega. The family receiving friends on Wednesday from 1 until 2 p.m. Mr. Baker died at his residence on Sunday. He was a lifelong resident of Talladega County and the Bemiston community. He is affectionately known as the unofficial mayor of Bemiston. The family requests donations be made to Talladega Creek Baptist Church Building Fund, 214 Main Street in Talladega, or to the Alzheimer's Support Group in Talladega, care of Clifford Mosley Alzheimer's Support Group. Send it to First National Bank in Talladega, 35160. Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, directing. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Funeral service for the Reverend Willie Ashley, age 68, is noon today at Africa Baptist Church. The Reverend Isaac Richardson, the pastor, and the Reverend Jerry Jones, the eulogist. Interment in the Lawler Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary directing. And funeral service for Mrs. Elizabeth Walton, age 81, of Alexander City, is Wednesday, March 29th. That will be held at Armours Memorial Chapel in Alexander City. Burial in the Armours Memorial Gardens. Final arrangements entrusted to Armours Memorial Services in Alexander City, Alabama. These obituaries brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home.